Welcome to Lost in the Desert, episode 51. I'm your co-host Karim,
My name is Issam.
and all right, let's get into it. Which one want to start first?
Let's
Anthony
start with
Joshua getting that ass whooped.
yes.
Yeah, let's start with that. Let's start with that.
Probably one of the best heavyweight fights in a long time. Unfortunately, my boy Anthony Joshua got dropped. He got bodied, bro.
He's that British nigga, right? Is he
They both-
British?
They both.
Dubois is also British.
Yep.
I know Anthony Joshua just because a lot of the shows I listen to like always talk about him.
Yeah.
And
No, he's definitely a legend in the game.
yeah. I don't deny that he's good because a lot of people when they do talk about him, it's always in high regard.
Yeah.
But I
As they
heard.
should.
Yeah, I watched the first. I watched the highlights, and then I went back and watched the first round, and then I had shit to do.
I watched it live.
That was a good.
Yeah, I watched it live. This is probably one of the easiest. Like, you're not gonna be bored. The whole from round number 1 all the way till the ref stopped it.
I feel
It's
it.
very entertaining, but that's what heavyweight fights are. Like anything can happen. Every heavyweight legend got dropped in their career, but dude, this was a fight. Like they were just throwing bombs. You gotta understand. Like we're talking about like people who are 250 pounds that can box. It's not even muscle. Just
Yeah, we talked about this
good
last
technique.
episode
Yeah, so it's
when we were
like
talking about the weight
a
classes.
truck hitting them. And bro, he just got outclassed. It wasn't his night. I mean, he's not gonna be done with boxing because everybody assumed like
How old is he?
Anthony Joshua. He's up there in the 30s.
Okay, he looks young as fuck.
Yeah, I mean he's good shape.
No, but I'm like, sometimes
When
you
you
could
take
tell.
care of
Like you
yourself-
look at some boxers, you're like, okay, your body says 20-something, your
Yeah.
face says 42.
Exactly, yeah. But he hasn't taken that much beating in his
Like-
career, like damage in the face or stuff like that. Because heavyweight fights, they don't last all the way. Not all of the fights. Yeah, I mean, unless
Because you getting rocked every fucking
exactly.
fucking fight.
as soon as
Win or lose, you getting rocked every fucking fight.
by third, fourth round, somebody's getting dropped. You know what I'm saying? So you're not really. That's why a lot of them don't even do that much conditioning
Because they're like, I'm not going the
to
distance. Either I'm knocking
Exactly.
him out quick or he knocking me out quick. We're not going 4 or 5 rounds.
But as a boxing fan, that's probably one of the best heavyweight fights in a long time. I feel like there's gonna be a change now in boxing because of the
Was this a title fight?
yeah title IBF.
Okay.
And then one thing about it too, I think it is coming back. Hopefully, if it stays on this route, because we've been getting a lot of good fights, and there's still more fights to come. But it's just because that dude, that sheikh from Saudi, he just started paying the fighters. He's like, oh, you want to fight? Cool, we'll pay you what you asked for.
Yeah.
Dude, that whole Wembley field was sold out.
Yeah, it was in England, right?
Yeah,
Wembley Stadium.
Wembley Stadium.
Yeah. I watched because when I watched the highlights, I saw the first knockdown.
Yeah, okay, yep. Right when the bell
Wha-
rings, the bell saved him.
Yeah. Right when because he knocked down and then and then the bell rang like a
Yep.
couple seconds later. I was
Mhm.
like, oof. But why are fucking y'all on the internet are fucking disrespectful as shit.
I was posting
The-
that picture with his
the
face on.
edits,
Yeah, it's bad.
The edits and the slow-mos and the jaw going.
It comes with it. They're doing what's his name?
Well, yeah, you get famous, you have to.
Yeah, you're doing that Baby Ruth from fucking.
Baby.
There's another one too as well. Like he got dropped, but then like I would say 1 second off or 2 seconds off, the bell rang, and his team already put the stool in the corner. But the ref was like, no, that's a knockdown, and he started counting him. That should have stopped right there because he was literally like rocking. But then the ref was helping him. I'm not gonna lie, the ref did not want Joshua to lose.
Well, also like it's like you said, it's a title fight. It's
It's-
not just any fight. It's a title fight. You
Yeah.
kind of want it. If the fight is good, you kind of want it to go to distance.
Dude, Anthony Joshua was minus 400,
Damn.
and after that first knockdown, he was plus 365. And
They were like, oh, it's a wrap.
But the thing the thing was like he got
How's
dropped
your
already
own?
twice.
How's your own community not have faith in you, bro?
No, it's just the
You're-
odds. Think about it this way as
Plus
well.
365
After first
from
knockdown.
automatically.
Automatically. Jumped
No,
in.
you had no faith in me. If you were like, oh, he's plus 100, I could be like, I believe it.
No,
But you go all the way to plus 360.
They even showed like 85% of people thought Joshua was gonna win, even though after he got dropped twice, he was still laughing, he was still taunting him and everything. But then he started getting his momentum back, and that's when you see the knockdown. You'll see Joshua was about to piece him up, and he was about to rock him, and then he just got connected and flat faced.
But you know this, like, and I know you know this,
Yeah.
but in fights, sometimes you get that, especially after you take a hit,
Yeah.
you get that panic mode.
Yes.
And
Which didn't happen.
especially if you have stuff to lose,
Mhm.
you get that panic mode because you're like, okay, now I have to win this fight. And then, when they say when people are stressed, they revert they forget their training and they revert back to what they're comfortable with.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, whether you're a great fighter
It
or not,
happens
like
to everybody. It happens to
so
everybody.
you could tell after that knockdown, you're like, oh shit, he's gone. He looked stressed.
He did it honestly. When I was,
I don't know. And
he was sticking his tongue out. He was laughing. He was looking at his corners like, I got this. He's nothing because
he looked stressed.
He landed a couple of uppercuts and it was hurting him. So Joshua was like, don't worry, I'm gonna land because years ago he fought in the same stadium and got dropped and ended up winning the fight by a knockdown like in the late rounds. So in his mind, he's like, it's gonna happen again. That's why when he started piecing him up, everyone's like, oh my god, we're about to see another comeback. But then he got connected and got flat faced. But the thing is as well, people forget Anthony Joshua was the challenger. He wasn't the champion. He was challenging for the belt. So everybody was like, oh, he got beat. Yeah, by the champion. That guy just got to keep his belt. Like that's why
it's because he's the bigger name.
Yeah, he was a massive, biggest brand. Like what else is gonna happen?
Like he's the bigger name. It's like imagine you. How do I say this?
Yeah.
Imagine like LeBron in his prime.
Yeah.
And he like played Jordan or some shit, and they're like, oh my god. You know, he lost,
mean
whatever.
Jordan,
Yeah, he lost. Yeah, no, but I mean, like, LeBron when he's like first kicking in and like Jordan come in.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, LeBron. They're like, yeah, because he lost against the bigger name, but
100%.
LeBron is the bigger.
Yeah.
LeBron is the bigger expectation, and that's kind of the same thing with Anthony Joshua. Like, I didn't fucking know who the fuck Dubois was.
And
like I'm like a casual. I'm not a boxing fan 100%. Don't get in my fucking messages talking about this clown don't know. Shut the fuck up. I don't know. I don't care. I just like watching niggas fight. That's it.
And a lot of people didn't know either.
So I'm like, who the fuck is Dubois? And I automatically was like, is Anthony Joshua the challenger? I had to look it up. I was like, oh shit. Like I thought he was the champion.
And also too, like Anthony Joshua.
Anthony used to be a champion though, right?
Yes, twice, 2-time heavyweight, and not just that too. He just got off one of the biggest knockdowns. His last knockdown was early this year against Francis Ngannou.
Yeah,
remember?
I remember that when we talked. I think we talked about
heavy.
It.
So for him to be on this roll and then just get
Francis is big as fuck
and just get demolished, that's why it's crazy.
Bro, Francis is big as fuck.
Francis
there's some people you just look at and you're like, God damn.
Think about it.
I don't know how you have how they have like the presence to be like, yeah, I want to get in the ring with him. Boxers have to be like psychotic.
Because
psychotic or desperate, bro.
Yes, he did lose to Tyson Fury, which is dumb. He didn't, but overall, the judges gave it to Tyson Fury. Yes, he did get dropped by Anthony Joshua, but overall, as a fighter, as a man, okay, let's see you guys put 4 ounces of glove and get in the ring with Francis Ngannou. I fucking doubt it.
Yeah,
I fucking doubt it.
I would never do that.
That's
shit.
why they were comfortable.
Yeah,
that's why they were comfortable getting in the ring with him. Why? Because we're talking about 16-ounce gloves. Probably, I think they're like 16-ounce or 18-ounce gloves, and then also he can't take you down.
That's pretty fucking thick.
Huh? No, it's a lot of cushioning.
I still wait, bro.
No, 16 ounce. I practice with 16 ounces.
What are the ones I got you?
You got me, I think, 14.
14?
They're demolished now.
Are they really?
Yeah, I be coaching and they just fly off my hand. I'm like, yeah, I gotta get it.
Yeah, they're done.
Some new ones.
First of all, I didn't expect you to actually use them.
No,
I
use them to coach. I don't.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna hang them up just because they look good.
Now they will.
Yeah, I don't think you were just gonna hang them up because they look good, not because you actually. I don't know if they're good quality gloves or not. I don't fucking know.
To coaching, I'm only punching the bag like a couple of times while I'm showing them. I'm not really like, bow. Yeah, no, but they lasted a year.
Okay, not bad. I don't know how long boxing gloves usually last.
For me, because if you train a lot.
Yeah, because you're like what three times a week.
No, more than every day. I'm there every day, but I'm coaching 3 times a week.
That's what I mean. Like you're there. Okay, you're fucking them up hella times a week.
Hella times, unfortunately. Gloves are expensive too.
But anyway,
but overall
talking about knockdowns. All right, we got to talk about my boys, James and Fuhad. That's a damn shame.
Oh, you want to get the shits and gigs?
Yeah, let's get it out. Let's get it out the way. So for you guys who don't know, my favorite podcast. Well, my second favorite podcasters. My favorite
second now.
No, they've always been second because my favorite have always been Crystal and Kid Fury from The Read.
That's right. Okay.
They've always been like my absolute favorite.
So shits and gigs is your podcast, and you know that my podcast is played.
So let's give them a background. So. When I first started listening to podcasting, the first podcast I listened to was actually Brilliant Idiots.
Okay.
Right. And then like hella episodes in, like this was 2018 or 2019 when I started like actually giving a shit about podcasting. Yeah. And then one day they had Crystal and Kid Fury from The Read as guests. Crystal and Kid Fury are actually close friends with Charlemagne.
Okay.
Right. And Crystal and Andrew had this back and forth beef. Like she stays cussing him out every fucking time, but she's not afraid. Like they're always like they've been on their show, they at one point used to be like casual friends because of Charlemagne, but Crystal just stays cussing out Andrew.
Yeah.
Like she's like, I ain't afraid of that white man.
Yeah,
Cuss him out.
I seen the episodes.
Yeah. So after that, like I was like, man, I actually really like the read. So I started watching the read. Now, Andrew has always been kind of like he's just the internet troll. I don't take him seriously because he's an internet troll. Like I'm not one of those people who's like I'm never gonna sit here and you have to say some heinous shit for me to be like cancel
Yeah,
you.
but here's the thing though. Yeah, people
So I'm like, it's not that. Just
calling
ignore
him a
this
troll makes
nigga.
no sense though.
Yeah, but like all comedians are trolls. Every last fucking comedian is a
That's what I'm saying.
troll.
He's a comedian. That's his job.
Yeah. Like that's his job is to get on your nerves or say some
No,
shit.
he just-
Like 80% of the people are gonna laugh, and the 20% gonna get pissed off, and so that's why I don't. That's why I don't take him seriously. I don't take most comedians seriously. Like if you remember, Bernie Mac said some foul shit. He called his little remember the cookies and cream thing.
Yeah.
Like he called that little boy a faggot. Like on fucking
That was his generation.
like on that. Comedians, all of them are gonna say some outrageous shit. So I don't take them seriously, right? Like even that whole show, like Flagrant, Akash, and I don't know what them two other niggas do. I still to this very day don't know who the fuck they are.
Okay.
Right? No disrespect. Like what's his name? Tank or some shit?
No.
What's the other dude? The black dude?
Alex.
Is it Alex? And what's the other one? The other white one?
Mark.
Yeah. What the fuck did they do? I really don't know. And this is like no disrespect.
Alex does the production. He has his own studios.
Gotcha.
He also in charge for a lot of production for a lot of podcasts in New York.
Yeah. This is
Mark is a comedian, and he is also like their guy that brings up their stories. There's a
Okay.
whole production team behind the camera.
Yeah. And
So that's
is,
what I'm saying. But you get to your point.
Yeah, and this is no disrespect. I'm a casual fan. I just don't know him. I'm not
Yeah.
too into the industry, so it's whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, so they had James and Fuhad went on the show. They did like a U.S. tour, and they're getting dragged for what they said on 2 podcasts. First one is the Flagrant podcast. When I watched it, I didn't think the jokes were that bad.
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, why is anybody apologizing to this? I could understand people getting pissed at Andrew because they just sat there like awkwardly laughed. But my issue with them isn't even what they did on the show. It's how their apology was really ass. Their apology was really ass and like corny. And I'm sorry, like I love that show, but I got to take accountability for my boys. Like your apology was unnecessary. It was unnecessary. You could have just been like, hey, we ain't say that shit. Have a great day. Right? Just ignored it like it never happened.
Yeah, I mean,
like I understand what they was trying to say. They were like, bro, the jokes were made. We just kind of sat there and whatever. Like our bad for rocking with it. But that whole flight or flight thing, I'm gonna be like, guys, come on. That was corny as fuck. You should have. You know how we stand on like the whole cancel culture thing.
Yeah.
It's only as real as you acknowledge it. It's not real. People have been not wanting to watch shit or not wanting to rock with people they don't like for generations. Now the only difference, we got social media, so now other people could talk about who they don't like. Like that shit's been going on since the fucking 60s, 70s, as soon as,
Just people feel entitled.
Yeah, that's not even entitled, bro. I don't like something, I just don't watch it. Now the only difference is I can talk to other people who don't like the same shit.
Yeah.
That's the only difference that's changed because of media. Cancel culture is not a real thing. It's just people not liking what they don't, not wanting to interact with what they don't like. It's human nature from day one. So I don't believe it's real. Just don't watch it. It's not that deep. But that apology was ass. I'm sorry. I'm still gonna watch the show. Like fuck what you guys say.
Well, here's the thing.
But the apology was ass.
Here's the thing. Let me get to it because I'm a Flagrant 2 fan, and I'll always.
Yeah, we'll talk about what they said on the other show in a
Don't
bit. Get your because you're a Flagrant fan,
100%.
and I think that show is kind of mid as fuck.
100%. Because at the end of the day, it's full of comedians, not 2 fucking idiots, shits and gigs, reading fucking tweets. So this is the thing.
I know you've never seen the show.
They
but
went
it's
on
fine.
U.S. tour, and then obviously they wanted to come on Flagrant because if you actually watch the full episode, not just little clips, they actually thank Akash and Andrew for inspiring them to get on Patreon. So that's why they're actually fans of the fucking show, and they even say it on the episode. Now, if you're not a fan of Andrew or the Flagrant 2, then you don't know the show. That they're comedians, and it's obviously dark comedy. And if you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it. And then you keep saying like, "Oh, they're just trolls trying to get people's nerves." No, they say comedy jokes. If it gets in your nerves, that's on you. That's not on them.
Yeah, because he didn't say anything.
There's a joke that can get on your nerves, and I can be crying of laughing. So that's the thing. Now, back to your boys, shits and gigs for apologizing and being a bunch of fucking bitches. Now, you just gave your audience, and if they're still your audience, if they love you so much, they'll support you regardless. You give them a chance now. Anything they might say now, you're going to have to be apologizing for. Now you have to be careful of your content. Now you have to make sure that you're not crossing any lines. Now you can't be natural because now you have to write everything now.
Yeah.
Now you have to go through everything because their thing was more like hey, I'm gonna give you a Reddit, and you just give me your honest reaction off the spot. Now you have to go through it, make sure that you don't say anything foul.
I will say this is how you
you
don't.
apologizing is bending the fucking knee.
Hold
You
up.
guys are absolutely fucking idiots. Back to it. Now, they made the joke. Obviously, there's plenty of they're comedians. That's what they fucking do. They were laughing hysterically, and all that stuff. They even asked their agent, Andrew, and then his production team asked, "Is there anything you want to cut off?" They said a couple of things, but the joke was not part of it. So don't fucking sit there and be like, this joke really bothered you. You're fucking liars. Your fucking pussy came out.
Did you watch the apology?
Yes, this shit was ass, dude. When I saw
that's why I said the apology was ass, and I'm like, you didn't need to apologize.
He said
there was
like,
nothing. It's not that it's not that you're always gonna offend people.
Yes.
On everything you say, you're always gonna offend people.
Business.
It's not even standing on business. Like PR wise, I would have just ignored it because they were mad at because the fans were mad at Andrew more than them. And I'm just like,
I'm glad you
bro,
brought that up.
hold up. Issam, let me finish up.
Go for it.
The fans was mad at Andrew more than them. I would have just ignored it. I would have been like, this never fucking happened. Not our show, not our problem. On God. Like if we were on somebody else's show, I'd be like, not my show, it didn't come out of my mouth, not my problem. The second thing, Andrew's joke like is something like everybody. It started with a compliment. They say, yeah, white boys definitely glow up after they date black girls, but then they get stressed the fuck out. Stressed the fuck out.
It's a funny
and
joke.
I was like, that's not that bad. Right, I'm like, let's be crazy. Like marriage jokes are always revolve around the wife stressing the husband out. Yeah, like anytime there's a comedian marriage joke, it always stresses. And I'm like, is this really that bad? Like, I'm not a black woman. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But like, you entitled to get offended by like from my. I was like, is this really that bad? Are we really blowing up over this shit?
The thing is that really like
I was surprised.
It was dumb. They just realized like obviously they're not fans of the show. So if you watch the show, you see plenty more.
I was gonna say, if you watch the show, you'd know.
Yeah, I'm saying. And then the thing is, like, they're like, Andrew's so racist. And I was like, go to his show. Watch how much diverse people are there. Watch how everybody's laughing and they're crying and they're thanking him. He's a comedian. Okay, and then also, too, there's nothing funnier that keeps saying, like, he's racist against black folks. His favorite comedian is black.
Just because.
At all times.
Okay,
like,
just because.
I'm saying they're not fans of fucking Andrew, so you don't know shit. So stop fucking clowning. And every TikTok that I see, there's one TikTok that really fucking pissed me off. And this girl was talking about, like, how Flagrant was, they actually did this on purpose. They actually invited shits and gigs to set them up so they can get canceled. This was a setup. Why would they even go on that show? And I was like, you stupid ass bitch.
No, they've been fans of.
They've been fans.
They've been fans. Like, I've watched literally every single shits and gigs episode.
And every girl that's complaining about Flagrant is an ugly ass girl.
It's not even about
not
ugly.
one dime. Not one dime. It's always the ugly
ones. Actually, I've seen a couple baddies. I've seen a couple baddies. No, I'll send you the TikToks, but irrelevant. Irrelevant.
It makes sense.
I didn't understand. First of all, they've been fans of the show. Like, I've watched every single Shits and Gigs episode. Yeah. Like, some of them even like twice, just because out of boredom. And like, they were the reason I felt comfortable starting, because I said these niggas was recording out of AirPods with the cable.
Yeah.
Like headphones with the fucking cable. Starting from day one, just two random nigga friends in England chilling out and just having casual conversation. And deadass, if you watch like most of their show, you would actually like it, because they have this. You could tell they have like not similar content, but they got
genuine friendship.
Yeah, they got like genuine, and it's just like them and their friends. Like Ellis, the blonde dude on the show. Yeah. You know his story. He did one he hit him up on Instagram one day, because he's like young as fuck. He's not. They don't know him like that, but he hit him up on time and time ago, like years ago, and did like a graphic for them or stuff like that. And then, because then James was like, "Oh, this is dope." I said, "When we start making more money, I could like pay you to do some more." And then he started paying him to do some more. And then I guess when they blew up, he's like, "Bro, come work with us, because your shit is dope." Like, just genuine connection. He was just some random on the internet, some random dude doing shit for fun. Like Rem and them, like they were all college friends, and But they talk about hella shit that I think you would genuinely fuck with. You would genuinely fuck with. Like,
Flagrant had the same issue.
James is a huge boxing MMA fan.
Yeah, Flagrant had the same thing. They made a contest of who can be an editor, and it was a kid that worked at Home Depot, and then his manager didn't want him to go on the.
Like, it just gives genuine.
His manager, I guess, I forgot the kid's name, but he's still with them. He went and he was like, okay, then I quit. Then went home, did the editing, submitted it, and they gave him the job. Now he travels with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're Flagrant, like the shit that they do. and everything. And if it's not for you, then don't watch. You don't have to, because I'm
I
telling
don't.
you right
It's
now.
not for me. I don't watch.
I'm telling you now, you're never gonna see Andrew fucking apologize. You can bitch all you want and moan. He's still gonna sell out stadiums. He's still fucking gonna be one of the greatest comedians that ever lived. It is
Let's
what it
calm
is.
down.
So to think that you guys have that much power to start shutting people's like careers down after they worked so hard, it's the dumbest fucking thing. Your TikTok does not fucking matter.
I
They're
talked
like,
to you.
let's shut down Andrew shows. First of all, you don't even watch the show, so you're not even supporting in the first place. And his supporters are gonna support him 10 times more. That's just the way it is.
It's
Because
not
he's not
even
fucking racist.
It's not even. Again, we talked about this on the show plenty of times. When you try to cancel people, you just give them a different audience. You never
100%.
get rid of the. You may get rid of the original audience, but you just give them. Look at Taylor Swift now. Taylor Swift right now is a prime example. When she said, "I'm voting for Kamala," what happened? Her original, like a good chunk of her, that weird conservative, like Nazi audience that, remember she had that drama a while back. She's like, "I don't want the KKK doing my shit."
Yeah.
Them niggas left. And what happened? Now even more. Now she had a different bunch of niggas came and transplanted like, yo, I fuck with Swift. So like you never gonna cancel these people.
Nope.
Just the only way you truly want to cancel somebody, don't talk about them, don't watch them, just leave them alone.
Leave him alone.
Because there's really no such thing as bad press.
100%.
You put somebody in the press, you really want to cancel someone, don't just put that shit, put them TikTok algorithms as not interested, don't talk about them on the internet, don't watch their shit.
And their career will follow his own.
Yeah, and that's the way to do it. Not to, you sit there screaming about cancel them.
Yeah.
All you do is bring more people because now people are curious watching them. Now the next video got 700 million views. They made all this fucking money out of people just curious to see what the problem is. Like, only way to truly cancel somebody, ignore them. Pretend they don't exist.
Yeah, even the comments were like, when I was looking at the people trying to cancel all this stuff like shits and gigs, even some of their guys be like, yo, it's not that deep, or like, oh, the joke was not even that, you know what I mean, like funny,
Even
but
if
like you don't have to go that far. But then everybody is going to like Andrew's Instagram, and they're like, keep black women's name out your fucking mouth, like, and these guys commenting too, and you know what the funny part about it? It was under the picture. So recently, a couple of weeks ago, during the Las Vegas when they had the UFC Sphere. Andrew was there, and he took a picture.
We talked about those shit.
Yeah, Andrew took a picture with him, Alex Pereira, John Jones, Chris Brown, and somebody else was in that picture. And somebody commented is like, the greatest fighters of all time. You know what I'm saying? So there's like, his fans are still commenting, but most of it now is like just women from the UK. It's like, keep my name out your mouth. And
it's not even from the UK. It's like mostly American women.
No, mine was UK videos that I was seeing.
Mine was all American women. So
one thing I want to add on. Sorry,
before we move on to the next podcast.
I think your boys, Shits and Gigs, even though it's dumb what they did, but I'm hoping. Yes, of course they're gonna be fine.
They're gonna be fine.
I just think it wasn't their decision. I think it was their manager's decision. Be like, you guys need to get on and apologize right now before it affects our money.
Also, you gotta remember.
That's what I think.
Also, yeah. But also, you gotta remember.
I hope
these are two niggas these are just two friends with like a decent sized team, and this is their first controversy. This is not Andrew's first rodeo.
No.
If we go back in the day, I'm sure Andrew fumbled his
100%.
His first controversy, his first I gotta apologize, or his first shit.
He never apologized.
Well, I don't know. He might have done the first one, and then you're like, you know what? I'm never apologizing after this.
He never did, and what he would do is make another joke about it.
But anyway, like, I'm sure, like, your first apology video, you could fumble that shit. This is their first controversy because it's been nothing but love their entire fucking career.
And I'll tell you
why. So I'm like, whatever, bro. Y'all gonna be fine.
And I'll tell you why.
I'll tell you the next one because this
his
one's
last
ridiculous.
Special, what's it called? It was supposed to be on Netflix, Andrew shows, and then obviously, when you make a special, people have to watch it,
promote it,
do all that shit. And they even said, they were like, "Hey, you said a lot of jokes that are very inappropriate, and then you need to cut this off to be on Netflix."
Like, nah.
He's like, "No, I'm gonna go buy it back, and I'm gonna release it to my fans." And what he did, he made 3 times more money than that because that's what it is.
I remember you told me about that.
His first joke was calling people wetbacks, and his shit was hilarious. But see, it's not your comedy. It's for people that know how to take jokes. You don't know.
Apologize to them niggas right now.
No.
Apologize to the Mexican niggas right now. I'm not getting controversy over this shit.
Because those are your little fuck boys. That's why. Because that's the fucking boys that you be fucking.
Issam, you cannot be saying that. No.
Oh, you did. Oh,
right.
So this is what you're gonna do.
I already said this before the show. I said, well, we never apologizing for shit.
Yeah.
Because if we ever hold up. Because if we ever need to apologize,
no.
I'm gonna call you out on it. They can drag you. Get in his fucking DMs. Leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, leave me the fuck alone. The
leave me the
reason why
fuck alone.
He's saying this because he's gonna show this clip to one of his little Mexican boys.
Oh,
and be
hell
like,
no.
I'm defending you. I'm defending you, papi. I'm defending you. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Yo,
Get
my
the
homies, all my homies, all the fucking,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
gonna look at this and laugh.
Because
they think I'm Mexican.
Rails and all that. Nigga, just because you look Mexican, chill the fuck out now.
I've been with all my friends are most Mexicans growing up.
No, he was making all them fucking jokes though.
I was with the La
But
Raza.
hold up. Yeah, you're not gonna get me. I do not endorse or.
Yeah, I'm not trying to fuck up my roster.
I don't give a fuck.
That's what you're doing. They don't know that. That's what you're fucking doing. You're not messing. I'm not messing up my roster. That's like me if I make fun of Mexican chicks. I know for a fact I'm about to get hands on again. Somebody's gonna put hands on me again. But I know damn well I'm gonna stand on business.
The fried beans combo.
The fucking
fried bean enchilada combo.
There's somebody DM'd me and is like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "What?"
Somebody actually messaged you that?
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, I'm all right. What's wrong?" He was like, "I saw the video." I was like, "That was like 6-7 years ago." It's like, I think I'm more than fine now.
Yeah, I'm good.
I think I'm more.
But
than
wait,
fine
hold
now.
up. Now this is the second controversy that came on. This is one where I'm like, all of you, shut the fuck up. This is the dumbest one. I can understand like having to say something about.
Sorry, which one came first? The flagrant on that one?
The flagrant, because the flagrant one came first, and then niggas went and did digging, and then the second one came. Hold up.
Thank you.
Yeah. So. But even though this one was released way after Flagrant.
Doesn't matter. But go.
Yeah, this one was released like only a couple weeks ago. Flagrant was like a month ago.
Yeah, 2 months.
Like 2 months ago. So they went on the Poor Minds podcast, two girls from Atlanta and or Georgia, my bad. I think one's like Texan or whatever, but the podcast is like in Atlanta, I think. And they went on, and it was actually a funny show because I listened to it. I saw like a clip online, and then I went and looked at Poor Minds, and then I listened to the show, and I was like, you know what, I kind of like the show. It's chill, it's whatever. So they do this thing where they had a show in Atlanta, and I don't think they were there for very long. It's like 2-3 days, some shit like that.
Yeah.
And they were sit there talking to the girls. They were talking about like chicks or whatever, and they were asking them like, oh, you guys dated black. I was like, yeah, we both dated hella black girls, all that shit. They're like, it's whatever. And they asked them about the girls in Atlanta, and they were like, they didn't say Atlanta doesn't have any baddies.
Yeah.
But they said so far we ain't seen no baddies. And the co-host was like, the other hosts were like, where are you staying? And they said some neighborhoods. They're like, nah, you gotta go, you gotta come here, you gotta come there. And they were like, oh, really? Bet, cool. That was it. Now the narrative all over the internet. This is how I know, like, once you guys don't like someone, y'all will spin anything to your favor.
100%.
Right? And they were like, oh, they said Atlanta don't have any baddies, all that shit. They just said we ain't been here for a while. We ain't seen none yet. The host told us go to this other neighborhood. They were like, bet. They were like, you guys in the wrong side of town. Bet. If somebody comes to Phoenix and said, I ain't no baddies, and I ask them, where you staying? And they say 27th and Indian School. Of course you ain't seen no fucking baddies. You seen meth heads and prostitutes on 27th and Indian School. There ain't no baddies on 27th and Indian School. Right? You go to Atlanta, you in the wrong fucking neighborhood. I ain't seen no fucking baddies in this neighborhood. Why? Because I'm in the shitty neighborhood. You go to LA, you're like, I ain't seen no baddies. Where are you at? Downtown LA? Of course you ain't seen no baddies. It's all homeless immigrants selling toys on the side of the fucking road, and the shit smells like piss. I ain't seen no baddies in downtown LA.
But this is why you boys get for apologizing for the first fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm
now
like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Thing.
He ain't say, they said nothing about Atlanta never having no baddies or none of that shit. They just said, so far, we ain't seen none. We weren't there for a minute. This is where we stayed. They told them, you got to go here. They said, bet, cool, we'll go there.
I hope one day they come out and they get a new management, and then they say, hey, the reason why we apologize because our manager made us do it.
Right.
Because I don't feel, because watching them on Flagrant, it felt they belonged there. It felt like they're one of the boys. So I was like, okay, they're funny. Like when they're themselves, they're talking about their stories from college. I was like, oh, these cats are funny. You know what? Good for them. They're doing a tour. And the tour sold out. Every city sold out.
I went to the Phoenix one. It was so fire.
Yes.
The crowd was so engaged.
Everybody.
Everyone was screaming.
But for them to get to this route now, bro, like you understand how much fucked up it is, because you could have just ate the shit that they were telling you.
Ignored it.
I guarantee you, ignore it. Like you said, ignore it.
It's not my show, not my problem.
I guarantee you, give it 2-3 weeks and it'll be all over.
Yep.
Old
not
news.
my show,
Because
not my. But as soon as you start, it's like you arguing with someone.
Yes.
It's like the crackhead at the gas station.
Yeah.
You walk out the gas station and he's sitting there singing and dancing, and you ignore him, no problem. As soon as you make eye contact with that nigga, now he coming up to you for money. Now he dancing on your car.
Trying to wash your car.
Yeah, now he's like, let me wash your car. You got $1. If you just walk past them and ignore them, it's not my show, not my problem. That's my only thing. I'm like, guys, I still fuck with the show. I listen to the next episode and all. I haven't missed an episode yet.
There's a girl on
this
TikTok.
is like, come on, y'all did not need to acknowledge this shit.
There's a girl on TikTok. Every 2 hours, she's posting a video about the whole situation, and I'm like,
She's got no life.
Not that, because as soon as she gets a reply or somebody uses her video or agrees, she thinks her opinion matters and she needs to say more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And more, the thing is, I keep saying, girl, because all the videos I saw, girls, I haven't seen one guy do a TikTok and be like, yo, Shits and Gigs is fucked up. The only one I saw was a guy who was like, damn, but I'm still going to listen to them.
I was considering this, man. Fuck you bitches for all that shit. But I was like, you know what? Nah, I'll just save it for the podcast. But I'm like,
yeah, there was no point of commenting.
Yeah, I was gonna like just this because I saw this one dumb girl
Yeah.
the TikTok. I was gonna comment. I was like, no, not bothered.
Yeah. And I'm glad my boys called them out. I'm glad fucking Andrew Schulz.
Yeah,
was
I'm sorry, guys. You gotta
them
take that
bitches.
L. You gotta take that L for that shitty apology. That's why I'm like, y'all gotta take
Well,
that L.
how would you want to apologize and be like, oh, that's a great apology? How? Donate money or what? Like, what
No, I would have just been like,
if you had to do an
if
apology,
I had to do an apology for that situation, if I was them, I would have been like, because the fans are like, oh, you guys didn't speak up. That's why they were mad at Andrew for saying it and for Shits and Gigs for not speaking up and defending him. And they were like, if they had just been like, that apology would have been like 20 seconds long. Be like, you know what, guys? In the moment, we didn't think it was that bad. You wanted us to speak up. I'm sorry we didn't speak up. Next time. That's it.
yeah, but then
That's all I would have said.
that's fair.
I wouldn't have gone onto that fight and flight shit. I wouldn't have gone in. I would have just said that, called it a day, moved on, and never talked about it again.
But they were saying like, okay, I had two things I want to say first. They were like, they should have acted the way Alex acted. Alex is the one that flagrant.
The
one
black nigga?
Yeah. So he giggled, like he like did a laugh, but it wasn't funny. Well, like it wasn't loud.
I'm
And
like,
be
why is
"See?"
nobody questioning him?
No, they were like, no, they did. They were like, see, he knew better not to laugh that loud. I said, no, it's because he heard the jokes so many fucking times.
He don't give a shit no more.
He don't give a shit because he heard better jokes. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. It wasn't like, oh, he was trying to protect himself. Like, no, he wasn't. And two, since when did you guys put Shits and Gigs in the front line of protecting everybody?
This is why
That's what I'm saying.
This is
And
why Andrew's like an annoying genius though, because you
No,
have
he's just a genius.
when you have a brown nigga and a black nigga on the show and you saying racist, you'll be like, he's always gonna be like, see,
No,
this nigga didn't laugh.
There's been boys for years before they even blew
Yeah.
up. That's the thing. A lot of people think like you think Andrew hired these type of.
I know he didn't hire them. I know they know each other from before.
Bro, his manager's his college roommate, and he's Jewish, and he keeps making fun of fucking Jews and Israel in the whole show. They even posted a meme on the show the other day that was funny, and he keeps making fun of his manager, and it was a fucking cash register, and it says Jewish piano on it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And Andrew's making jokes about it. So he goes after everybody. The thing that people don't understand is that Andrew does his research. If he goes to Saudi, he does his research, what's funny to them, and he makes jokes about it. If he goes to Indonesia, he'll do his research. Bro, when he came to Phoenix, how the fuck does a comedian from New York know anything about Apache Junction? He
Not
does
a damn
his
thing.
research.
Yeah, you got to do your
and
research.
he connects with the audience. That's what he does. So, oh, you guys got mad at a joke? Cool. Be like, you know what? We didn't like the joke. Shits and Gigs. Next time, please stand up for us. That's what you could have said. But if you went from, oh my God, Colin, because what is the nickname they give Shits and Gigs? Daddies, whatever they call them, the fans.
Yeah, it's something.
They call what do you guys call them?
First of all, you guys.
No, you guys call what
They call it's. They just call him like they call James and Fuhad like daddy a lot.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
it.
so they call them daddies, right?
Yeah, they
So
call
you
him
went
daddy.
from
It
calling
was a
them
Daddy
that-
World Tour, I think it was what it's
Exactly,
called.
yeah. So you call them that and screaming their name, and then like a month later, you're shitting on them, act like they're the worst fucking human beings. You're not a fan then. You're not a fucking fan.
I don't think it was them though that were screaming though. I think it's other niggas who just.
No,
It's
I'm
not.
talking about-
I
I'm talking
promise you,
about
the
the fan
fans.
base
The fan base is not pissed. It's other niggas who are pissed for them. People
No,
love.
it's the
People
fan
love
base.
to. If you've been a fan of Shits and Gigs for as long as you have, you know what it is. You know the type of jokes.
what
This
I'm
is not
saying.
new to you. It's other people. It's other people who watch the show. It's like somebody else watched the show, and then a bunch of fake freedom fighters came in and started controversy. It's not the Shits and Gigs fans. Shits and Gigs fans that are actually mad. I promise you that.
But then why
It's
did they
never the
apologize?
flagrant fans that are actually mad.
We'll never
Because
be
if they
mad.
were a flagrant fan, why weren't you mad back in the day?
We will never be. I never seen a flagrant fan complain about the show.
Exactly, because it's always outside people
Trying
coming
to
in.
trying to come in
And
and
you're not
start
do-
something.
The SNG fans have been around since day one.
And they probably
The flagrant fans have been around since day one. The Trump
Yeah.
fans have been around since day one. They're
one,
not
yeah.
going anywhere. It's you guys from the outside thinking you can create negative influence.
But absolutely, they're done for apologizing. I don't think they should
I'm
apologize.
sorry, guys. Like y'all should have
Because
taken
at the end
that
of the
out.
day, their podcast is comedy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then. But what the fuck are you crying about? It's comedy. It doesn't come from a bad place.
They've said some shit that I'm sure most people will like get them
I just-
canceled.
I
They say pause every single episode.
Yep.
You don't see gay niggas mad?
Exactly. So I don't
Like
understand.
y'all just it's outside influence. It's outside. Shit, I
Yeah.
don't get it.
It was dumb.
Again, yeah, the best way
could have been
just
ignored if they just fucking
bitch.
stand on business and not fucking apologize like a bunch of bitches.
Atlanta don't like. It was the second one that pissed me off. I'm like, bro, Atlanta don't have. If you guys didn't even watch the show, and this is how I know. Like, you guys got mad at the Andrew thing. Yeah, you guys got mad at the Andrew thing, and then you went digging for anything else.
Trying to come after my boy Andrew.
And it was like, it's whatever. Like, cause you guys really didn't watch must have not listened to the fucking show, because they never actually said. They said we haven't seen any yet. And then they asked them, like, where y'all staying or some shit. And then they were like, oh, you guys need to go here, here, here. These were the baddies at.
Yeah. And then what's funny? Some of them are actually going to watch older episodes on Flagrant, and then they'll come back because they realize how the show is.
The show's always been like this. We talked about this like when we first started the podcast. We were talking about like influencers and like podcast influences and
yours
shit.
was Shits and Gigs, and mine was Flagrant.
mine was the Read and then Shits and Gigs and all that shit. But you asked me about Flagrant. I said I don't really got an issue with them. It's just not for me. Like they got too many.
I do remember you saying
it's
that.
like they got 5 people on the show. It's especially when a guest comes on. It's too many niggas shouting and talking over each other. That's why I didn't like it. It wasn't even like the content. It's like, bro, I can't focus. I got ADHD. There's too many of you guys talking. I got ADHD. I can't pay attention. That's why I think like a good podcast setup is 2 niggas and a guest. 2 niggas, fair. 2 guests. Like there's that other with what's his
Bobby
name?
Lee.
Not Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee Mada. But no, what's the other one? I think it's Fear and with Hassan Piquer and Austin and that blonde chick or whatever. Even that's another show I can't pay attention to because they got 3 hosts. They got like 3 hosts, and I watch episodes when it's like when one of the hosts can't make it or some shit like that, when it's like less people. Like I'll listen to that. I don't watch any guys. Please watch us on YouTube, but I can't watch a lot of shows on YouTube just because it's hard to pay attention.
I'd rather watch it on YouTube than.
For me, it's hard to pay attention because I like to listen on the go. Like I'll be doing like at the gym just listening.
Saying,
You know, I'm like I'm an on the go person.
Because I only listen to Flagrant too, so I like to watch it because it just reminds me of like boys talking shit. And even though there's like 5 of them or 6 of them at that episode, but I want to see like the face expressions or like the hand movements. Like I want to see what's really going on in the room.
Like that Fear and podcast is another one I like, but I like much better when it's less people.
Yeah,
because they have like 3 hosts. Then they'll have like maybe a guest or 2 at the same time, and I'm like, bro, I can't keep up with this.
Mace's podcast is dope too.
Who?
Mace.
Money Mace.
Yeah, Money Mace. Okay. When they're talking about sports with.
All right. What's the one that was really good?
Freestyle and they be talking shit. They keep saying pause and shit.
Yeah. Gil's Arena is another one. It was really good.
$1 million worth of game.
Yeah, like Gil's Arena is another one I really like, but at the same time, like guys, it's like 5 of you. It's like
Gil, not Gilly.
Gilbert Arenas. Yeah. And it's like 5 of you guys on here arguing, and you know, niggas cannot be coherent when they are talking about sports. It's just now just turns into screaming, and that's when I turn it off. When they're actually when they're giving. I like that one because it is like usually like 5 people on the show, and they're usually like giving everybody the time to give their argument, so I can follow that. But then every time there's like somebody says some shit and the niggas disagree with, and it turns into a screaming match, I immediately turn it off.
Oh, I see.
As soon as like niggas are screaming and all that shit, like that's for me like too much stimulation. I gotta turn it off. You get me?
Yeah, I got you.
Like it's a lot. Like if you give everybody their time to talk and make their arguments, I'm watching that. It's just as soon as like all 5 people are now talking over each other and all that shit, I'm not watching this.
I'm trying to figure out this. I'm googling this podcast because it's a basketball player, and honestly, he's coming up. His podcast is coming up because he tells like inside stories because he's retired. But he played with Fuck, I think his name starts with a T. Fuck, this is gonna.
Look at us giving other people their publicity, using our influence in a positive manner.
Bucks, hold up. So he won. They won the championship. Remember when Giannis got the championship, whatever? Mm-hmm. And he was talking about how there was no after party, and he just went home and drove home and played 2K with his boys. And like, bro, you just won the championship. He goes, yeah, we're not doing nothing. Like, but he has so many fucking stories.
I think it was like the year after COVID, right? Because it was the year after. It was because the Lakers won and the Bucks won the year after.
Yeah. What's his name? Hold up.
The bubble chip.
Well, fuck it. But anyways, he has so his podcast is just him and his boys, but he also invites like basketball players because he played in NBA. And then if you notice on his stories, he's been there for every big fucking event. He was talking about when him and Russell Westbrook was going at it back and forth. And then Russell Westbrook like hit him with like I think just like a nice move and scored. And he's like, yeah. And then Toy's like, man, I don't care about that shit. And then Russell looks at him and goes, that's the problem. It's like, you don't care. Like he's just giving him shit. Another one where he gets in a fight with his homies. But it's just I know I'm fucking it up right now, but it's a good podcast.
Yeah.
His name is Two.
What's a good
It's
one?
gonna bother me now.
What's a good one I seen? The Crash Dummies podcast. That's a fucking good one. That's
Crash
the one.
Dummy podcast.
Have you heard it? You've probably seen the TikToks. It's like the two black guys from Wisconsin, and they will like call people like on IG Live or whatever, like on the phone.
Yeah.
And they'll ask them questions, and like their fans will like answer.
Okay.
And they'll be like, "What's one thing you hella regret?" And what was the one? What was one I saw a couple days? Like some dude answered, and he was just on the toilet. He was like, "Hold up, guys, my bad. I'm taking a right now." You just hearing the toilet flush. Oh my God. Jeff Teague. Jeff Teague. I listened to his podcast. He's always got hilarious. Fucking funny stories.
The stories that he's telling, it's every big event.
And
I'm like, how many fucking teams did you play for?
And he be roasting him fucking self. I remember the Indiana series. He was like,
when he missed the bus, he goes, I know y'all be.
No, there was
the fucking bus.
There was the other one when he was like, I never won a series against LeBron, bro. Like I never won a playoff series against LeBron or some shit like that. He was like, I saw that. I saw him getting his groove, and I said, I looked at my team. I said, damn, we're not gonna win this shit. And I was like, bro, you're in the playoffs. Yeah. Lock in.
Yo, it's the funniest shit because he's so real. The one that when he said that his boys got in a fight, but the night before they were partying, even though they're on the opposite team. Yeah. And then he's like, I wasn't gonna fight, I was watching them. Then I was walking. The guy's like, move, little, like he's like, move, motherfucker.
Yeah, no.
Yesterday we were drinking Ciroc.
What was one he brought on? Who did he bring on? Did he bring on? Was it DeMar DeRozan or some shit? But he was like, I'm dead ass mad at you. Like I guess DeMar had like a game winner on that one. He was like, bro, I don't fuck with you for that. I was like, what the fuck? Was it DeMar? I'm pretty sure it was DeMar. I might be wrong, but he's just like so. I love him because I fuck with him. I'm like, bro, that kind of reminds me of me. Just say, if I was in the NBA and I had all these stories, I would just say what the fuck is on my mind. Like, he's just telling stories. I'm sure people are like, bro,
but the thing is, like, it's not him sitting down and be like, okay, I'm gonna tell this story. It just comes naturally in the conversation.
Yeah.
And that's why it's nice about it. You know who else does that? And obviously took off now. And I do see Jeff taking off soon. Is because 4 years ago, Pat McAfee was exactly like that. It was him and his boys' podcast, just talking shit about the NFL, like about how they were taking edibles before flying out to a game, and all these funny stories.
What the fuck?
And then his podcast took off, and now he's on the ESPN. And the first time they got a contract was with FanDuel. FanDuel paid Pat McAfee because it's his show. He took that all in cash, drove to every homeboy's house in the pod, and gave him their share. He's like, they gave me this money, but I want to share it with you guys.
Yeah,
and that's what I see Jeff doing. I see Jeff like taking off with his pod with him and his boy.
Yeah, it's the
fact that he drove back to his home and played 2K after winning a fucking NBA championship. First time in the fucking franchise, too. They looked at Giannis like, hey, we're going to go to Vegas. He goes, nah, I'm going with my family. All right, if Giannis says no, we say all say no.
I think Jeff won his championship with that Bucks team, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what he's talking about. His boys was clowning at him. He's like, why the fuck are you doing on 2K? He just won a championship 3 hours ago. And he goes, there's no after party.
But I think because he was like, hey, there's no after party. He was talking, I remember that it was talking about how like the nightlife in Milwaukee was like kind of ass or some shit like that. He was like, we're not doing nothing over here. And I don't think... I think it was like towards the very end of his career because there was also a conversation about him like not like really taking that championship because he was like I didn't. He was done. He's like I barely played and I was like I didn't. Like people's ego. Like I get it because I think did they give Boogie a ring because he was on that Lakers squad that 2020.
Same thing with the whole incident where people were saying that Jimmy Butler came on practice in Timberwolves and beat everybody with the bench.
Yeah, and then left. There. And then left.
And then Jeff was there. He goes, "Yeah, Jimmy fucked us up." He's like, "We got
Jimmy
cooked."
fucked us up.
No, but that's a good podcast.
Yeah, that is a good podcast.
Let's get into movies.
Yeah. So I finally, after 2 weeks of promising, I finally watched Beetlejuice 2.
Okay.
Right. So if there are any spoilers, I think we're going to end it on this because I don't have any. I did not do no stories. They were so ass today. Like, this is going to be the last segment, bro, because I went through, like, Twitter, and people's stories are so fucking dumb.
On the movies. That's what I'm saying.
Let's end this on the movies.
You say your movie that you watched.
So, if you don't want to get any spoilers, just end the episode right here. Go watch it and then come back. Fucking great movie.
Thank you.
Fucking great movie.
For a sequel?
I had like a couple tweaks. I gave it an 8.5.
Yes, that's
great.
Yeah,
I gave it an 8.5. That 1.5 is probably just personal.
And I'll watch it again.
So let's start. Beetlejuice 2 starts off. First great thing, Jenna Ortega. I was worried they were just gonna make her. Another Wednesday in a different movie. They did not. She was bratty, but she wasn't like dark goth and all that shit. right? She just shows you she got range. So I was like, oh, great fucking job, Jenna Ortega. Like, I'm glad you weren't just another Wednesday in another show, so you can do other shit. What the fuck is her name? Monica Bellucci. Monica Bellucci, I don't know why you were in the movie sometimes. I didn't see I wanted to see more of you. That's like one of my criticisms. I wanted to see more of Monica.
Yeah.
I wanted to see more of her and Beetlejuice interact. That scene where they flipped to Italian.
Yeah.
My friend was like next to me. He's like, "What the fuck are they talking?" I said, "I think they're speaking Italian." But it was a fucking like it was a great.
What are you talking
scene.
about when Beetlejuice was talking on the mic?
Yeah, was talking on the mic like he did the flashback and they switched to Italian.
You sure it wasn't Spanish?
No, it was Italian. It was 100% Italian.
You gotta watch it again.
Yeah. Bro, come on, you're from Arizona. You should not. I don't speak Spanish, but I know Spanish when I hear it.
Oh no, I know you would.
You know what Yeah, I know Spanish when I hear it. That was 100% Italian.
Yeah.
Right? Bro, if I'm wrong on this, they're going to cook me in the comments. But that was 100% Italian. I'll stand on business. Okay. But yeah, that scene, fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Another criticism I had. I loved the music and how they did it, but I wish they would have, like, during the takeover scene, I wish they would have picked something a little younger. You know, for the younger audience, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Harry Belafonte's song from the first one, Take Foot, that one was perfect for the era.
Yeah.
I think the music they picked was like a little too old.
I think they were just honoring. Because I think what they did, this wasn't for the younger generation. I don't think they were trying to get
nostalgia for us.
For sure, because you got to think about it. It came out, 1989, like late 80s?
86, 80, something like
that. Late 80s, right?
Yeah, mid-80s, not late.
Mid-80s. And from mid-80s till now, there's still people dressing up as Beetlejuice. There's still people like love that movie. They're probably one of their favorite Halloween movies. So it wasn't they're not trying to get a new generation. They're just trying to honor all the fans for keeping this movie alive for this long.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. Now, do I see a third one?
No.
I say they will because they made a lot of money.
They killed Catherine O'Hara.
Huh?
They killed Catherine O'Hara, like the stepmom.
Don't matter.
Bro, she was my second favorite part of this whole movie.
And it was a hilarious death.
She said, I died of embarrassment.
Yeah. She was like, no, I paid for them.
She's like, I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
I'm somebody. Yeah. My husband usually fixes
Where's
this.
The lounge?
Bitch, how are you going to fix that?
Yeah.
Is there a lounge?
His whole head, his whole body's half gone.
That little creep. So, before we could get onto the little creeps, the funeral scene, because I remember you told me, like, bro, I realized they did everything in their power to not use the dad's likeness from the first movie, because he turned out to be a pedophile.
Yeah.
Right. They did everything. They used the animated dolls. They didn't use his voice. They cut that nigga's head clean off. Killed him real early. And when they did the orchestra to 6 foot 7. That was my favorite scene. I'm listening to that funeral. I said, "Yo, this had me laughing."
I figured that as well. But
that was a fucking.
But did
good
you
movie.
know, like, the kid was actually a ghost?
Oh, I figured it out.
When?
So I figured it out as soon as she came over to his house. Like, she went inside, not for the Halloween thing.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, my parents not gonna notice." When she hit her head, I was like, either she dies or he's a ghost. First thing that came to my mind.
Okay.
And then when he was like, "My parents not gonna notice," I'm like, why they not gonna notice a hole in the wall? And then I saw the mom. I saw the mom in the kitchen. I said, "Oh, this house full of ghosts." I said, "They're all dead." Now I said this will go one of two ways. Either I knew he was dead. There was nothing I was gonna change. I was going to, like, deny. Yeah. Either he gonna be evil, or he's gonna help them defeat Monica, like Monica's character, the soul sucker.
Yeah.
And then when he turned out to be evil, I'm like, what's the point of Monica's character? She didn't do. All she did was, like, suck niggas off throughout the whole fucking movie, and then show up at the end. I'm like, your character looked like a badass. I didn't see enough of it.
Yeah.
That was my only, like, real criticism, and, like,
there
wasn't enough of Monica. She just walked around sucking niggas off.
I noticed as soon as the
sucking niggas' souls.
As soon they walked in and the dad didn't show his face to the mom, I was like, okay, this is a
They're
ghost
dead.
house.
And then upstairs, when he's like, we saw the what's it called, the manual for, like, the recently deceased or whatever, and he's like, I got this I said, nah, bro, you a ghost.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah, but
it's like, oh, come over and bring some pizza. It's like,
It should have been more with Monica because it's more funny.
Bro,
But then also too like
she's gorgeous.
yeah, but
Even
then
in Dead.
and also if you think about it, Beetlejuice was in the whole movie like less than 10 minutes.
Beetlejuice. So I'll get to that in a second, right?
Yeah.
So then another part I loved but also pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
You asked this girl to come chill with you. She bought like what had to be $50-$60 worth of candy, and you got the nerve to try to flirt with her. I'm like, she gonna buy candy for the house and give you head? That's what the fuck you want? I was like, you trying to fuck Jenna Ortega? And after she bought you all this candy, he's like, I don't want to actually give out the candy. I would be so fucking mad. I'd be like, nigga, I bought this candy. Somebody gonna eat it. If it's not us, them kids outside. You want it to fuck? Just say something. Just say so. You ain't have to fake all this shit. Like, what the fuck? I was like, my friend was looking next to me when I told him. He was like,
I'd rather
bro.
stay here. And I was like, oh, this shit about to get
He was
heavy.
like, facts.
I was like, shit is about to get heavy.
If you go to some chick's house and you spend, like, she's like, oh, we can get some pizza, whatever, and you go all out, gentleman style. You get pizza, drinks, little dessert, whatever, flowers, and then she's like, I actually don't want to eat the pizza. I'm just trying to get down. Wouldn't you be mad?
So
You would have been like, we could have gotten down. You don't have to make me buy all this shit.
No, because then our pizza would be for me.
Nah, it's the principle. I don't need the pizza. I can go get me a $11 burger combo.
Because I need something to eat after.
Yeah, I get me an $11 burger combo. I didn't have to buy this pizza that you're not gonna eat.
More food for me. I love food, so it's different.
We can see. But anyway, so that was as soon as the part that I was like, fuck yes.
Yeah.
When they stamped the passport and he was like, he gave her that smug, condescending,
like,
self-righteous, like, it's too late, whatever. And then Beetlejuice go, fresh out of luck, bub. And stamps him to hell. I was like,
tough luck,
bub. Or like, shit out of luck, bub. Or something. And then he pulls the gate. He goes down to hell. I was like, hey, yo.
I'll tell you what part that got me, and I thought it was like real, was at the ending. I was like, oh shit, she like got married. But then when the baby come out, I was like, oh my fucking God, this is fake. I was like, this is a dream.
I was like, I thought when I saw that dude in the thing, and they were like, oh, because now she can see ghosts.
Yeah.
And I was like, and they were talking about like earlier in the movie, she's like, oh, I'm gonna go with my dad to like the scariest places on earth, Dracula's castle, whatever. I thought that was like the ghost of Dracula or some shit in my mind. Yeah. And then it went completely left.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit, she's seeing the ghost of Dracula and all that shit. Mm-hmm. But I was like, what the fuck?
Her dad just has a bunch of fucking fishes all around him.
Could you imagine, like...
Did you see the lady that was with the cats? But did you see the cats was biting her, so the cats died?
Yeah. You told me about that. I saw that and I laughed. And I was like, dead ass gonna be me.
The director shot in the head.
Yeah, dead ass gonna be me. It's
deep. They have some sick jokes in there.
And then homeboy was like, Willem Dafoe was like, oh, who knew it would have been a live grenade?
Yeah.
But could you imagine, like... First, nobody can react like that to seeing their dead dad rotting, covered in piranhas, bro.
Crazy.
She did not react crazy enough.
Yeah.
I'm not hugging you. Could you imagine, like, if you saw some shit like that?
Like
you would start knowing you would start praying and break down immediately.
If the underground was real like that, and then as you just wait in line,
you'd break down and start crying immediately.
I'd be like, damn, dog.
I love the Soul Train. Even my friend,
my
friend was just vibing to the Soul Train. He was just in there like,
Yeah, Soul Train was dope. That's a good idea.
The music was fucking dope.
Really good.
Yeah, the music was fucking dope. It was a great fucking movie. I would have loved. Another thing that I thought was like, again, had zero complaints about Beetlejuice the entire movie. I think they toned down his crazy a little bit.
Yes, 100%.
I think he was fucking psychotic. I'm definitely gonna rewatch the first one. I'm gonna, even though I watched it a month ago, I'm still gonna rewatch it again.
I was gonna rewatch it, but I was like, I'll save it around the Halloween.
Yeah. The mom and the stepdad,
oh my God.
The new stepdad. I was like, bro, why? Just slap him.
He's like, I wrote a speech about your grandma.
And
all right, tell me.
And she was just like, if I don't marry him now, when am I gonna marry him?
No.
And the stepmom was like, this is karma for how you treated me.
Literally.
No. Yeah. Beetlejuice 2 was a great fucking movie. Even with all the shit I said, like, go watch it. And again, if you were just skipping forward from to avoid the spoilers, you should definitely go watch it. It was a really good fucking movie. And not even too long. I loved that it was like an hour 45, something like that. It
was good.
Perfect length. I didn't see too much of motherfuckers. I didn't see too little of motherfuckers. The sandworms, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait. One more month, and then Gladiator 2.
No,
That's
Gladiator 2 is in November 22nd.
22nd?
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was like November
You're
2nd.
talking about the Joker, October 4th.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not. I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not
Gladiator
like
is
that
November
invested.
22nd because I was in the movie. I was in the movies last night.
Yeah.
I went to watch Transformers 1. Great fucking
Oh
movie.
right, yeah.
10 out of 10.
Is it? Because it's
10 out of
animated
10.
now, right?
Yeah, animated, and the fighting scenes are fire. But it's dope though because it's about the beginning of the whole Optimus Prime, and you know what I mean. So I do recommend it. I don't have to get in much in details about it. I watched it. What's dope about it because I went by myself and I was like, damn dude. I was like, if I go by myself, I really hope it's not like families with kids because it's at the end of the day it's anime.
It's a kids movie.
Nope, it was just us all adults. It was
grown.
Just all nerds. All of us nerds just enjoying this, clapping, having fun.
Yeah, same thing with Beetlejuice. Again, I thought it was gonna be a lot of kids.
No, it was all adults.
A lot of like early 20s
niggas.
niggas.
Was all adults, all fans. They even had this company there that were promoting the movie, and they were like, "It's nothing but grown ass people here." It's just like, so we all watched it. It's really fucking good, and I really hope they make another one. They keep making them because it's just anime. So,
Yeah.
and it wasn't something like anime that's gonna take like 3 years to build. Like this, they could release one next year by the end of next year. Yeah. But yes, in November 22nd, probably the movie of the fucking year. Gladiator 2.
Gladiator 2 is gonna be the
Yep.
movie.
That's what I'm saying.
No, honestly,
The movie
it
of the year
might.
is gonna be Gladiator 2. It's not gonna be Mufasa.
Hell no, fuck that. I saw that trailer like
Crazy, right?
I was like, what
Now
the
you're like,
fuck
fuck
is this?
Mufasa.
What the fuck is this?
Fucking snake.
Honestly, let's go into
No,
real
we're done,
quick.
we're
Let's
done,
go
we're
into
done.
real quick of the
Oh
overrated Disney movies.
my.
The Lion King is over fucking rated. Aladdin is over fucking rated.
I don't know what you're
Actually, no, I think Aladdin is perfectly rated. But The Lion King, Sleeping Beauty, over fucking rated. Lady and the Tramp is not overrated. That's a good fucking movie. Them racist Chinese cats though, like, but it's still them racist Chinese cats. We are Siamese, if you please. We are Siamese, if you don't please.
About Hercules and Milan were good.
No, I love Hercules. Hercules is great. The muses, bro. The music. Hercules is like one of the best. Hercules and Aladdin. Aladdin is great for Robin Williams. The rest of it is I could go without. Aladdin is great for Robin Williams. That's why I changed my mind because every time the genie comes on and he does his shit. What are you watching? Looking at? Who's betting? What game is playing? You're gambling. Yeah. You're gambling on the fucking show. This is why we're never gonna get big because don't take this shit seriously.
I do take this.
You're trying to gamble on the show.
The show's supposed to be over 10 minutes ago. Nah. Timed. We talked about movies are done. So to be
last
fair,
episode we had like an hour 40 minutes. This is like barely over an hour.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. You know what? All right, guys.
Issam
being a bitch.
Since they mentioned it,
he's got a gambling
addiction. Because Jalen Hurts all of a sudden wants to put 300 plus fucking yards today. That fucking piece of shit. Every other week it's under 200. This fucking week he wants to do 300. Fucking scumbag.
Again,
I fucking hate these motherfuckers.
Y'all
I fucking
can
hate the NFL. Everything's fucking rigged. Everything's fucking scripted. 300 fucking yards today? And you only score one touchdown? How the fuck you get 300 yards and you only score one touchdown?
I don't fucking know.
Fuck the Eagles, yo.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't even have a football team.
I do. It was the Rams.
Totally forgot.
LA all the way.
Well, guess who they're playing today?
Who?
My Niners.
Are they?
Yeah.
All right.
In about...
Yeah, it's LA all the way.
10 minutes.
It's the same reason I'm a Lakers fan.
Yeah, that's right. You're an LA boy.
Most winning team.
You love LA.
The team that's been there the longest.
You love LA.
Yeah. Licking ass. Kidding. You didn't get the...
I did. LA licking ass.
Yeah, he's a little slow, guys.
It's not slow. It's just
Someone's
that
a little slow.
Thinks he's a comedian.
Someone's on the short bus.
I was on the short bus, motherfucker. We used to get snacks. Used to get fucking snacks and juice boxes.
And again, to the Mexican boys, cancel him. Don't come in my DMs because you're not getting an apology from me.
The thing about Mexican boys, I'm not into Mexican boys. I'm into Mexican women. For you, Mexican boys, get in his DMs.
Yeah, ladies, you want to give him the fried bean enchilada combo?
Please.
Yeah, come fuck him up.
I'll eat them bitches. Like,
all right. You'll find him on Indian School in 27th. No. I know too many people that live on Indian School and they're gonna drag me. They're gonna be like, "What's wrong with Indian School?"
I'll drive by there and you'll see.
Bro, don't come talk to me about living in the hood. Like I live in the fucking hood. I'm on 43rd and Bethany, between Bethany and Camelback, right next to GCU, bro. That's the hood. So if I'm making hood jokes, I live in the fucking hood.
When they drive by and they see the prison, they just keep driving.
Wait, where's the prison?
Down in Phoenix.
Where in Phoenix?
Indian School.
Okay, I'm sure it is.
You never seen them when they're out? Sometimes I have to go to get to work, and I just be like,
I have a
oh,
friend that
so
works at like one of the correctional facilities over there, but I don't know
yeah.
where. Anyway, all right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I did try to patent something at one of the restaurants. It didn't work out. It just the timing was wrong, but we will at some point get to do it.
100%. Thank you
All
for
right.
listening.
Have a great day, guys.